Hello, my music-loving friends. We are going to be adding to your note values and subdivision booklet today. We're actually going to add another booklet that modifies the original one. So we are starting with a piece of paper, and I have it landscape. So it's going this way. All right. The first thing for us to do is to fold it this direction 3 times. So you can follow along with me there. Here we go. So from this way to this way, once you know you're going the right way, you can turn it how you need to turn it to see your corners and line those up. You've done this exact fold before, so this should feel very familiar to you. All right, I'm pinching, pressing, starting in the center, I'm working my way out. And then as always, what do? We smash the fold. We want our creases pretty tight on this one. Just like in your first note values and subdivision booklet, some of these folds are gonna stay permanently. Some of them are for cutting, but some are permanent. All right, so now it looks like this. Here's where the opening is. I'm going this way again. Here's our second fold. So fold it over, line those corners up, pinch it, press it, start in the center and go out, and smash. All right, as I said in another video, once you get to this many folds, it helps to curve it in your hand. So you see how I'm holding it like so? I'm giving it a little curve that starts the fold for me. And then I can line my corners up from there. I make sure I like how they line up. I pinch it and press it to my table, start that fold in the middle and work my way out, and smash it with my scissors. I did that pretty fast, so this is a good place to pause if you're not quite finished with that. Okay, now that we have this, we're going to open that up. I'm running my finger across the back of that to make it lay a little flatter. Open up the next fold, open up another fold. So what we have here, if you look closely at your folds, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 columns, but we actually only need 5 of those. So we are going to cut off 3 of them. So I'm deciding that this side is a little bit curvier than I like, and I'm going to cut that side off. You can do the same thing with yours. Okay, so this is 1, 2, 3 columns, and we're going to cut right on this fold line to get rid of those. Okay, be careful with your scissors. All right, 1, 2, 3 columns. Here's the line I'm trying to cut on, and we're cutting that off entirely. Okay, and once you have this piece goes right in the recycling. All right, so now you have this piece of paper. You see my fold lines are like this. And now we're going to fold in the opposite direction in thirds. So let's turn our paper like so. So now my lines are going this way. And as we have done before, when we're folding in thirds, we're going to go this way. And then we're going to look and see, do we think, judging from where this little corner is right here, that this piece from this corner to this edge is about the same size as from here to here. And again, it doesn't have to be perfect, but you want it as close to even as possible. Once you like it, start in the center, press your fold out, and you know it, smash it. That one needs to be a nice tight crease because most of that fold is going to stay forever. All right, so now we have this, and we need to fold this side over this way. So turn it how you want to turn it to get that done. I'm turning mine this way, and I'm going from the top down. You can see that mine it wasn't perfect thirds, but that is okay for this booklet. That's not going to affect the outcome too much. So I get it folded down, I start that fold, and then smash it. Okay, so open that back up for a moment. Let's take a look at what we have here. So we have a piece of paper here that has 5 columns in it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we have these 2 lines here. And we want to cut not all the way across, but we want to cut on this line and this line 3 columns. 1, 2, 3. So you can watch how I do that, and then you can follow along. So here's that fold line that I'm going to cut on. Column 1, column 2, column 3. I'm going to cut, but I'm not cutting these 2. All right, I'll do it, and then I'll give you a moment to do it. Watch your fingers. So I'm cutting 2 here. And now I have it like this. So these 3 are now separate, and these 2 are still attached. So go ahead and do that. And once you've done that, we're going to do the same exact thing on this line right here. We're going to cut 1, 2, 3 and leave these 2 attached. So you can go ahead and do that one right after you do the other one. Okay, so now we have this fun little piece right here. And you can see all the cuts are over here. This is on my left side, and this is going to be important to how we put it in the book. So let me preview a little bit about what we're going to do, and then we'll do it all together. Just like we did in another video, we're going to mark the spot where we want to put glue because we only want glue in one place. So you see how mine is organized right now? I am folding up the bottom, folding down the top. All my cuts are still over here. And on the back of just this one little piece, watch, I'm folding that over. Trying to anyway, all right. And then just on the back right here, I'm putting a G for glue. That way, when I'm gluing it in, I have a very clear sense of where I want my glue. So let's add that marking together. So if your paper looks like this, fold it up from the bottom, make sure your cuts are over here. Fold it down from the top. Find that column on the right, fold it over, and put a G for glue. All right, so you have your folded up piece of paper. It's already labeled. And our goal is to glue this in so that this ends up seeming like it's on top of this one. So if I fold that piece back just like I had before so I can see that G, and then I flip it over and put it right across from this one. Then I'm in good shape to finish this booklet. The way this is going to look, just as a little preview, is once that's glued down, that piece will stay there, and these will all be able to flip over this direction. That's going to be fun. Okay, so you can follow along with me. I'm going to do glue stick on one side and liquid glue on the other. Fold over that tab so you see the G. Plenty of glue if you're using glue stick. Now it's like this. Turn it over. Line it up with this one so the bottom line's up there. And put it right here so it's up against the fold but not going over the fold of your book. Once you like it, flip this over, open it up, and then you can smash that down. You can smash out any wrinkles that formed while you're doing that. And you fold up the bottom, fold down the top, fold it back over and give it a good smashing.